guys, before we get started with this video, I would just like to say if you're enjoying my content, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and give that notification bell a big ol' smack for me. It helps the channel out a lot. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy the video. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. So, this is a different kind of video than I usually make. Now, I'm a guy who tries to stay as far away from drama as possible, because drama is just never good. I'm not one of those people who tries to look for drama, and in fact, I try to stay away from it at all costs. But this video is not meant for drama purposes. It is more of a, constructive criticism video towards Vinns hotels and resorts. Now, not long ago, at the time of me recording this video anyway, not long ago, I posted a video at Vinns Hotels and Resorts because I was lended a account to admin abuse on. So I was like, okay, might as well go to the game and admin abuse and post the video, you know? It's not a game I go to very often, but hey, I had the account lent to me, so I was like, okay, why not? It's what happened after the video came out that is what we're going to discuss in today's video. Now, holy crap, my gameplay footage is really laggy. Oh my gosh, I'll have to maybe do something to fix that in the future, if I can. But, anyways, before I go on to the story, I just want to, of course, say that this video was not made for harassment purposes, bullying purposes, or really any negative purpose whatsoever. The purpose of this video is constructive criticism for Vinns Hotels and Resorts. I might be critical, I might be a little harsh, but I am not making this video to hurt anybody's feelings. I am making this video so that Vinns will see it and maybe improve upon their moderation. Or maybe like the type of people they hire that you know, could use some improvement, as you will see here. So yeah, not for any negative harassment or bullying purposes, but for constructive criticism purposes. Anyways, now that we've got that aside, let's go ahead and jump into the story here. So, I made my video, it went out, and usually that's the end of the story. It is almost guaranteed that whenever I make a video anywhere, that somebody from the game is going to see my videos. And a lot of times it's admins of the game who see my videos. This applies to anywhere. Frappe, Koala Cafe, Washies, and Vinns Hotels and Resorts. Now, most times when admins and workers see my videos at their games, even though trolling and admin abuse is technically against their rules, they usually don't mind that I make videos at their games. In fact, they usually enjoy it. They think it's funny. I get a lot of comments daily talking about like, oh, I'm a worker there, but I still think this is funny. But this time, it was different. When my video came out, it seemed like the majority of Vinns Hotels and Resorts, I'm just going to call them Vinns for now, did not appreciate the video that I made. Now, that by itself, there's nothing wrong with that, you know? People are free to, you know, have their own opinions about what I upload, you know? Just as I am free to agree to disagree or agree, you know? They are free to have that opinion. If somebody doesn't like my videos, hey, you know, that's their free choice to have. It's how Vinns went about showing their distaste for my content that is the problem here. So, after the video came out, the account lender and myself were permanently banned from Vinns Hotels. Now, this usually doesn't happen, because, like I said, when I make videos at places, they usually don't mind it at all. But Vinns doesn't seem to be in that category. So, again, this by itself is not really wrong either, because technically that's, you know, the punishment for admin abuse, you know, a permanent ban. So, you know, a little unusual that I'd be getting one of those, but, you know, again, nothing wrong with that at all. But it wasn't just me and the account lender who were banned as a result of my video. There was a third person who got banned, who I will leave anonymous. But this third person, unlike me and the account lender, were not involved at all with my admin abuse video. Not at all whatsoever. That person came to me and asked me to see if I can get them unbanned. And, I tried my best. So I went into the game on one of my alt accounts undercover, and I talked to an admin that was in game about the situation, saying, hey, there was a person who was falsely banned from the Discord and from the game. And they seemed like they knew exactly who I was talking about, but they were convinced that that person was rightfully banned. They didn't really explain why, but they were convinced that this person was rightfully banned. So I said, hey, I can prove to you that this person was not involved with the scenario that you're thinking of. I can prove it to you. So what I was going to go ahead and do was show DM history between me and this individual to prove that, hey, we never spoke about my video or even collaborated at all for my video. And I would have been happy to show, group chat logs of any of my group chats to show that, hey, this person wasn't in a group chat with me either. This person wasn't in any kind of group chats with me. So I was willing to show the receipts, if you will, to prove that this guy was not involved. And I said that repeatedly, but the admin was not having any of it and decided to just be, I could tell this by the way she was talking to me, intentionally uncooperative, and outright even said, word for word, she is not going to get, this person unbanned or try to get someone above her online to try to help with my situation either, because I tried asking about that, and she was like, nope, I'm not going to do that. So I was really surprised by the just really disrespectful nature of this admin. So when a higher rank eventually did join, I tried pleading the case again, and she straight up asked me, wait, are you Barney? It's okay if you are. So I thought, okay, maybe this is a more reasonable admin. So I said, yeah, but I'm not really here to plead my own case. I'm here to plead someone else's. And she went ahead and insta-banned me. So she lied straight to my face, saying, oh, it's okay if you're Barney. And then when I revealed I'm me, she straight up banned me from the game. So she literally lied straight to my face. Now, unfortunately, I do not have evidence of these events happening because, to be perfectly blunt with you, I was not expecting to get this level of disrespect from any of their staff, because I usually don't see admins that are just this openly disrespectful. It just doesn't happen. Usually if they want to be disrespectful to you, they're passive-aggressive. They're not so, blunt about it like these people were. What happened next, though, I do have evidence for. So after I got banned from the game, I decided, alright, clearly talking to people in game is not going to get me anywhere, so why don't I try talking to people in the Discord? Now, I knew full well that this was most likely going to end in me getting banned from the Discord, but I figured I'd try anyway. So I opened up a support ticket, and when they found out that I was in the server, they basically banned me right from the server. The bot who informed me of my ban actually showed me the individual who banned me. Now, of course, since I was banned from the server, I couldn't just direct message them, so I sent them a friend request. I was fully expecting to just get instantly denied, but to my surprise, I actually had the friend request accepted, so I was able to direct message this person. Now, this is what I have receipts for, if you will. My conversation between me and this individual, and this individual was even more rude than the other admins were. I might even say that this is one of, if not the most disrespectful admin I have ever encountered in my entire YouTube career. So let's go ahead and go over the screenshots of our conversation. Now, I went ahead and censored this individual's name and profile picture for their protection, because I know how mob mentality and cancel culture can be. So, I said, hi there, I don't know if you saw, but I opened a ticket with Vinns support regarding the case of somebody being mistakenly caught in the crossfire for something I did. So then the admin said, go on, explain. In essence, I made a video AAing at Vinns today on my YouTube channel. A person by the, yeah, you can read the rest of this if you want to read it. But yeah, and I even said, hey, I'm willing to provide evidence, and my main concern is I don't want anyone punished for what I do. If you really want to read the whole thing, it's right here. Now, this is where they started getting aggressive with me. So in that message, if you didn't read the full thing, I referred to what I was doing in my video as my antics. So I basically said, I don't want someone to get caught in the crossfire for my antics. So this admin responded saying, after those antics you pulled, what makes you think you have the right to be heard out? So right off the bat, based on that response, I could tell that this person was not happy at all, and was probably not going to be cooperative, but I figured I would still try. So I said, because it's not for my sake, it's for someone else's who is not involved. I'm not trying to fight for myself here. Plus, what I provided above should prove that we never spoke or collaborated with one another for the video. Do what you're gonna do to me, man. I don't blame you. Just don't let someone else who wasn't involved in what I did suffer for it. And I even decided to go a step further by answering his question by saying, well, does a person who is completely innocent have a right to be heard out and not shut down when they attempt to explain their innocence? Because when this person who was innocent tried to explain their innocence, they were basically shut right down by multiple members of staff at Vinns hotels. So then the admin responded saying, well, those people you kicked for a silly video also weren't involved. Didn't seem to bother you at the time. So basically this admin's point was, well, yeah, okay, you're saying this guy was innocent, you know, because he didn't do anything in regards to your admin abuse. Well, all those people you kicked out in your video also were innocent. They didn't do anything wrong, and yet you kicked them anyway. Like, okay, but there is a very big difference between just getting kicked and being permanently banned. There is a very, very big difference. You can just rejoin after you get kicked. Permanent bans, those can't be reversed unless someone reverses that for you. So, yeah, there is a very big difference there, my dude. So then I responded saying, alright, well, in that case, 2 wrongs don't make a right, now do they? Because, I mean, he seems to think that I've done something really, really bad, which I didn't, but even if it was, you know, doing the exact same thing I did, you know, makes you no better than I am, which is exactly what I said. By using that as a defense, you are no better than me. I'm not here to pick a fight with you, man, nor am I here to talk about my video. I am here to get someone who was caught in the crossfire out of that said crossfire. I just want to have a civil discussion with you. Surely we can drop all the hostilities and just talk it out. There's no need for a fight here. I'm not showing any hostility towards you, am I? Like I said, do what you want to do to me. I know the consequences of my actions, but keep blank out of it, man. And then, this is probably the most bizarre response I have ever gotten from any admin, ever. What do you do when there is an evil you cannot defeat by just means? Do you stain your hands with evil to destroy evil? Or do you remain steadfastly just and righteous, even if it means surrendering to evil? And I was like, did you Google that? Either that or they used ChatGPT or something, because I sincerely doubt that they thought of that on their own, or came up with that on their own. I really doubt it. But, yeah, in case you don't understand a single word that this person just said, let me try to translate what they just said into everyday terms for you. Essentially, he's asking me, do you overcome, you know, something you did wrong by doing another wrong, or do you do the right thing, kind of? It's almost like a super overly complicated way of saying what I just said, 2 wrongs don't make a right. So it's almost like he was just spitting back what I said, but just using really overly fancy and complicated words to do it. And then I was like, just straight up, did you Google that? Well, anyway, not important. I'm not here to talk about what I did. I've made that abundantly clear. I am here on behalf of someone else, and I'd hardly call what I did evil anyway. So some people got kicked. They can join back. Either way, can we please be reasonable here? If you want to debate me on the ethics of what I did, I'm 100% up for it, after we clear things up. And, ethics is like another way of saying morality, you know, like if he wants to debate me on whether I did was right or wrong, is basically what I was saying. You know, if they want to debate me on that, I am totally up for it, for a separate conversation. But, yeah, I'm gonna have to say that's the first time I have ever been accused of being evil for a video that I made. That is a first, for me, in my, many, many years that I have been making YouTube content. So how did this person respond to all of that? This admin of Vinns hotels? I'm surprised you think trolling in Roblox games is still funny. Looks like someone never grew up. And I responded saying, at least I have respect. Clearly this troller knows more about respecting others than you do. An admin. What's that say about you? This childish troller, who supposedly never grew up, has more knowledge of respect than you. That is quite something, isn't it? Maybe that's a sign you got some soul searching to do, man. I pray that you do just that. I'll even pray for you today. Anyway, I can clearly see you have no interest in being civil, or even showing basic levels of respect. So, I'm not even gonna waste my time with you. I pray you'll grow and evolve into something better in the future, man. Bless you. And then I blocked him. I have never had to block an admin of a game before. That is another first for me in this whole situation. So, yeah. Let me go ahead and also put this into perspective for you, okay? When you are a new member of a group, or like a low-ranking member of a group, who are the people that you look up to for guidance, or just look up to in general? That's right, the admins. They're the people who set examples for you. They're the people that you should try to be more like, because hey, you know, they're the ones who got promoted, so they're the ones who know how to do it. Except if they buy their rank, of course. But that's a whole separate conversation. So when you have admins like this, who act this disrespectfully and this rudely toward others, and you have people who look up to people like this, that's problematic. That is very problematic. This is an individual who is putting a very bad example out for new members of Vinns Hotels, or just younger people in general, alright? As a YouTuber, or somebody with, you know, a decent following that has a lot of young people watching him, I understand that I need to set a good example for people who watch me. And I think that admins of games need to adopt the same way of thinking. And I think most of them do. I really think most admins do, but it seems people like this clearly do not. Now, some people might be wondering, Barney, this is just one guy. Like, why are you so upset about what he said? I'm really not upset. To be perfectly blunt with you, I don't care what this person thinks of me. But, I'm really more so doing this to give Vinns Hotels a wake-up call that you got people like this in your employ, and we don't know if there's more of them like this, because, like I mentioned earlier in this video, we had other people who were just being pretty disrespectful too, not on the level of this person, but I wonder if I went into DMs with these people, if they would have shown the same conduct. If they would have been just like this person was. Of course, I will never know unless I actually get into a conversation with these people, but there's a chance that they might have. There is a chance that they might have, and I really wish that I had evidence for all these other admins, but I unfortunately do not. So you're gonna have to just take my word for it. Now, despite, you know, me being critical of these games at times and how I constantly troll at them, and I think that sometimes they're, you know, a little goofy, and I say this about all the games, Frappe, Washies, Boba, all of them. I think to a certain extent they're all kind of goofy and, you know, whatever. But I do want them to succeed. I don't want them to burn or fall like some trollers do. I actually want to see them succeed. Because A, I mean, if they don't exist, I don't have a job. to be blunt with you, I don't have a job. But number two, like I said, I've been an admin in games before. I've come out and said this many times, that a part of my distant past was I was an admin in groups before. Now, not groups like these, the hotels, the cafe games, the restaurants, not like these, but I was an admin in Roblox games before, so I understand the hustle, I understand the passion, I understand, you know, what it's like to be in a community like this, and there is some benefits to it, but of course there's also drawbacks as well. But anyway, I can empathize with these people, is my point. So I do want to see them succeed. So when I see, you know, negative things like this, I do want to kind of be the guy that gives them constructive criticism and says, hey, guys, I really do want what's best for you guys. So I'm going to tell you when you're doing something wrong or something that needs to be fixed. And I'm not doing it out of a place of maliciousness. Quite the opposite. I'm doing it from a place of me wanting to see what's best for you. Really, that's what it is. And I'll tell you what, when you have admins like what I just showed you in your employ that are treating people like this, that's not the best for you. That's not the best for you there, Vinns. It really isn't. So if there is anybody from Vinns Hotels who wants to reach out and talk to me about this, I'd be more than willing to, because I actually have a copy of the screenshots I just showed you where the name is not censored. I'm not saying this person's name on video so that, you know, they don't get thousands of people flooding their DMs, but I still think this person does absolutely deserve most likely a demotion or maybe a severe reprimanding. I would recommend a demotion, though, because I just think this person needs to learn a little thing or two about respect, which I guess is a little hypocritical coming from me after I made a admin abuse video there, but hey, whatever. That's neither here nor there. But if somebody from Vinns Hotels, preferably someone higher up in the ranks, wants to reach out to me, hey, by all means, you can leave a comment in this video, or, you know, maybe unban me from the Discord. That might be a good first step so that I can, you know, maybe go to you and try to talk to you about it, because I'd be more than willing to do so in a private and confidential manner. But, yeah. And I'm also making this video because I figure, hey, trollers are gonna find this topic interesting, I'm sure. So, yeah, that's another reason why I'm making this video. But more because I want to give Vinns constructive criticism. And I'll tell you what, too, this is really funny that I'm coming out with this not long after I made my video about the Frappe War. Vinns, you are very lucky that I am not 2020 Barney. If I was 2020 Barney, I would have probably conducted like 5 raids on your game by now. But because I am a more mature and grown-up version of Barney, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Instead, I'm just giving you constructive criticism. But, yeah, this will most likely be the only video I make on this topic unless something substantial happens, which I really doubt it. But if something substantial happens, hey, I'll maybe make an update video, but I really doubt it's going to happen. Now, before we close off, I want to remind everybody, please don't try to send hate to Vinns Hotels over this. Yes, I described quite a few admins who were being disrespectful, but I doubt that every single admin is like this. I sincerely doubt it. There's probably good people inside Vinns Hotels who want to do what's best for the group and want to be respectful to everybody they meet. But of course, there are bad apples like what I've described and shown who make everybody look stupid. That's just, unfortunately, how it is. But, yeah, so please don't try to send hate to anybody, because by doing that, you are no better than the people I've described and shown. Alrighty, guys, let's get on to the Barista Basher portion of the video, huh? We got a lot of new Barista Bashers now. Oh my gosh, that's Goku and Ultra Instinct. Oh my gosh. Anyways, if you would like to become a Barista Basher or become a member of my private Discord server, go ahead and press the join button next to my name. Barista Bashers get shown in videos, and of course, Discord server members get to be shown in videos and be in my Discord. And if you're trying to be a part of my Discord, make sure that your YouTube account is connected to your Discord. And if you have any problems joining after purchasing, disconnect your YouTube account from your Discord account, reconnect them again, and then try again. Anyways, let's go ahead and showcase all of our Barista Bashers. We got quite a few new of them. It's pretty funny that this is happening right after April Fool's Day. Well, I'm recording this the day before, but it's coming out the day after. So it's like these are the April Fool's Barista Bashers. So wait, does that mean that like all of them are gonna unsubscribe as soon as April Fool's Day is over? Like they were just trying to troll me for April Fool's Day? They're not gonna be real Barista Bashers? They're just... Oh my goodness. Don't do this to me, guys. I don't know if my heart could take it. Barney's heart's just gonna give out because of your cruelty, if this is truly an April Fool's joke. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video, and remember, don't send hate to anybody. Have a good one.